In this video, you will learn which documents you need to find an apartment in Switzerland and how you can increase your chances. To increase your chances of being accepted, we recommend that you submit the following documents. The completed application form, which you usually receive either when viewing the property or from the landlord. If you are not there, we recommend contacting the landlord directly. In larger cities, however, you should be there because demand is so high. For the transition, we recommend temporary accommodation and then applying for the apartments from there and being able to pick up the application form on site. A letter of motivation also helps. It may sound like a joke, but it is highly recommended, especially in larger cities where demand is very high. In this letter, you tell something about yourself, your life situation, and, if necessary, add a few pictures. Relotu is happy to provide a template for a letter of motivation. Just ask in the chat or contact us directly. You also need an extract from the Debt Enforcement Register, which shows that you have no or had no debts. If you are not yet in Switzerland, you can also enclose a Schufa report from Germany or a local equivalent and briefly explain it. You also need a copy of your passport, your permit, or your ID card. You also need a letter of recommendation from your employer or the previous landlord. Although it may seem a little unusual, references are very important in Switzerland, and it is not unusual for the landlord to call your employer or ask for references from neighbors or the landlord you previously lived with. Relotu is happy to provide a template for an employer reference if yours does not have one. And last but not least, proof of financial means, for example, in the form of an employment contract. Important. It will be very difficult to get an apartment before starting a job, as landlords usually want to see a Swiss employment contract. We therefore strongly recommend that you sign an employment contract first and then start looking for an apartment. Otherwise, the effort will most likely be in vain. There is also a rough rule that the monthly rent should not exceed 30% of your income, which landlords also pay attention to. So, that's it. We hope the process is now a little clearer and wish you the best of luck in applying for an apartment or house. This can be a bit nerve-wracking, especially in larger cities, but persistence pays off, and being there can be very helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, schedule a call, ask your questions via our chat, or watch our video about looking for an apartment in Switzerland in general. Good luck, and see you soon.